is the empty pickle jar that I have that I'm going to upcycle. So, first things first, you have to get this label off, clean it out, and then it will look like that. So, how I get this off is just soaking it in some water, and it will loosen the tacky glue in the back, and then it's easy to peel off or just use a sponge and just scrub it off. It's also a good time to wash the inside with soap and water. Make sure you get all that pickle residue, pickle juice out of your jar, because depending on what you're going to reuse it for, you definitely don't want any pickle juice or pickle scent. So wash it out really well with some soap and water, and soak the side that has the label in some water and maybe a shallow bowl, and that will be easy to remove the label. I have my pickle jar on the side with the label side submerged in the water in just a little small bowl, and let that soak for maybe half an hour or so, as long as it takes to loosen up this label. You can see it's already loosening up, and it'll be much easier to take off with just a little soap and some water and a sponge. So this has been soaking for about half an hour, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to take off. Look, it comes right off. No scrubbing needed. It just comes right off the pole. So you can discard this and finish washing this up, and go ahead and start painting it. So I picked up this alcohol ink at Michael's, and I think it was maybe $12 or so. And so I waited for the 50% coupon, and I got it for half off. And you can see I've used a lot of this purple color. It comes out really pretty. It's a nice lilac. This is a nice orange. And this is a yellow, which is what we're doing over here. So if you do 2 coats of this yellow, this is the shade you will get on your pickle jar or any other glass container. The orange is a little bit darker, and this purple comes out really pretty. I've used a lot. As you can see, it's a really pretty lilac lavender color. So you can use brush or let me show you. I've used this sponge brush to apply the alcohol ink before, and you can also buy a stamp. It's not a clean way to apply the ink. You get a lot of streaks. The sponge is good too, but it does soak up a lot of ink, and I think you end up wasting maybe more than you should. So my preferred method of applying the alcohol ink is actually just plain old cotton ball. Make sure to use some latex gloves to protect your hands. I also spray painted the lids. I have a white one here, and I have a silver. The silver looks really good with the if you were to color the jar in this lavender color. So the lavender and silver come out really nice, and then the white and the yellow is really pretty. And I also have a gold one that looks really good with the orange. So I hope you try this. Show you how I spray the lids of the pickle jars by using just a spray can of paint. And this is by Rust-Oleum, and it's a paint and primer, and it's good for this is a metallic color, but it's good for wood, metal, plastic, and other materials, and it's fast drying for indoor and outdoor. So I have that metallic aluminum, and I have a semi-gloss white. Okay, so I have newspaper on my table. There we go. So whoa, we're gonna let that dry. And yep, maybe do another coat, but let it dry completely before I add another coat. Whoops. And then what you want to do is shake this up real well. Shake it up. Shake, 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 shake. And then put some of the ink onto your cotton ball. Okay. And then you're going to, I like to put my fingers into the pickle jar and I just start painting as fast as I can because I don't want to have streaks. So go in one direction. I like to go up and down and go fast because it does dry really fast. Okay. And just staining my glass jar. Okay. Get some more ink down. And do another layer if you want. So it becomes a little bit thicker, darker, sorry. And then just do the rim. Okay. And you're gonna see streaks, it's not perfect. So just try to get it as even as possible. Okay. Like I said, this does dry really fast, so go as fast as you can. So the ink has dried on the jar and I've put in my fairy lights inside, and I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid. And I know you can see it's a battery operated fairy light contraption, and I know you can see the big old battery pack in there, and that's not very cool looking, but at night it's going to look really cool because at night you won't be able to see it as much because it will be dark, and all you will notice really are the... Okay, so it's pretty dark right now. I think it's like 8:30 or so. So I put my fireflies, my fairy fireflies, out on top of my fence. My fireflies. So at night you can't really see the wires. It's not too bad. But it adds a lot of light and ambiance, and it gives the illusion of fireflies. And let me just back up a little bit. There is some other light. There's a street pole, and here's a tree. It's not really completely dark. You can see the homes. So, but it gives so much light, and it's so cute.